There are moments in an investigation where the silence screams louder than words. 4 days, the public has been told to wait. To be patient. But while the clock ticks, something is being systematically erased. Nolan is gone, but the circumstances surrounding his tragic passing have morphed into a puzzle that someone, somewhere, is desperate to keep unsolved. Why did it take 6 agonizing days for the family to get access to Nolan's body? Why are the cell phones of everyone present on that boat still silent? Today, we aren't just looking at a press conference, we are looking at the cracks in a story that simply doesn't add up. The family of Nolan has finally broken their silence, and what they revealed suggests that the truth isn't just missing, it's being guarded. Are you ready to see what they are trying so hard to hide? The atmosphere in the room where the family held their press conference was suffocating. You could feel the weight of a grief that hasn't even been allowed to settle. Nolan's family is not just mourning, they are standing in the middle of a battlefield. When they walked into that room, it wasn't just to talk, it was to challenge a narrative. The lawyer, Ben, spoke with a chilling precision that cut through the noise. He didn't just mention the investigation, he called it out. They are currently being forced to navigate a maze of weather issues and procedural delays. But let's be honest, in the age of modern forensic science, 6 days is an absolute eternity. It is the fundamental difference between a clear answer and a permanent, haunting shadow of doubt. By the time the independent expert, Dr. Roger Mitchell, finally received the body, the narrow window for finding the absolute truth had been slammed shut. Was this just a series of unfortunate events, or was this a tactical delay designed to ensure that the independent autopsy would be hampered? The family of Nolan isn't making baseless accusations, they are stating facts, and those facts paint a very dark, calculated picture. The delay of 6 days is the first crack in the wall of silence surrounding Nolan's final hours. Now, let's look at the most suspicious, the most baffling element of this entire tragedy, the cell phones. We live in a digital age where our phones hold the secrets of our final moments. They contain our real-time location, our private messages, and our digital footprints. The family of Nolan made a demand that, in any other criminal case, would have been standard operating procedure from day one. They asked for the professional inspection of the cell phones belonging to every single person who was on that boat with Nolan. And yet, here we are, weeks later. No inspection. No data. Just excuses. If there was nothing to hide, why is there so much resistance from the authorities? The legal team representing Nolan is essentially screaming into the void, asking for a simple, fair inspection of digital evidence. They are not asking for a favor, they are asking for the same level of scrutiny that would be applied if the roles were reversed. This isn't just about Nolan's phone, it's about the fact that the authorities seem perfectly content with leaving the phones of the witnesses, or perhaps the participants, completely unexamined. The mystery of the phones is becoming the heartbeat of this entire investigation, and every day of silence makes us wonder what is being deleted. Think about the others on the boat with Nolan. Imagine the collective silence that follows a tragedy like this. If they were truly innocent, if the truth of what happened to Nolan was as simple as a tragic, unavoidable accident, wouldn't they want their phones to be analyzed? Wouldn't they want the digital evidence to clear their names instantly? Instead, we see a strategic, almost militaristic, wall of silence. The family of Nolan is fighting to pierce that wall. They are laser-focused on the technical aspects of this investigation because they know that the truth is trapped inside those devices. They are working with private experts, coordinating with mobile phone companies, and pushing against a bureaucratic system that seems perfectly happy to let this investigation turn into a cold case before the body of Nolan is even properly laid to rest. The suspense isn't in what we currently know, the suspense is in the sheer terror of what we will find once those phones are finally unlocked. Why is everyone so afraid of a digital audit? The reluctance to examine the phones of those who were with Nolan suggests that someone knows exactly what those devices contain. We must address the upcoming date, the 26th. This is the date that should keep the people involved in this investigation up at night. This isn't a family-led protest, it is a massive, community-led movement. The activists, the people who have been doing the boots-on-the-ground work, are demanding a timeline. They are demanding transparency. They are looking at the same facts as we are, and they are arriving at the same terrifying conclusion. The investigation into the death of Nolan is being managed, not conducted. When the public starts asking the why, the system usually tries to shut them down with silence. But this time, the pressure is mounting. The support from the family of Nolan for this rally is a loud signal that they have exhausted their patience with the official channels. They are taking their fight to the public, and that is a dangerous move for anyone who has been hiding something regarding the last moments of Nolan. This rally is a turning point. It is a demand for equal justice, a phrase that Ben emphasized repeatedly. Equal justice is not a luxury, it is a right. And the people are now demanding that the investigation into Nolan receive that very right. What does the legacy of Nolan look like when the people who killed his chances at a fair investigation are still in control? The family wants to build a foundation to honor Nolan. They want to create something positive in his name. But how do you honor a life when you are still fighting tooth and nail to get the truth about his death? Every single day that passes without a clear answer is another day stolen from the memory of Nolan. The lawyer, Ben, made it clear during the press conference, nobody else is going to define his legacy but the people who knew him best. They are not going to let the official report write the final, distorted chapter of the story of Nolan. They are writing it themselves, and they are doing it with the clarity and resolve of a family that has absolutely nothing to lose. They are searching for justice in a system that seems built to deny it at every turn. The legacy of Nolan will not be one of silence, it will be a legacy of persistence, truth, and the refusal to let a young man's life be swept under the rug. We are now at a crossroads. Either the truth about the passing of Nolan comes out, or it is buried under a mountain of bureaucratic red tape and deliberate, calculated delays. We have seen this play out before, the evidence is ignored, the witnesses stay silent, and the case disappears into the abyss. But this time, they didn't count on the family of Nolan refusing to blink. The independent autopsy report from Dr. Roger Mitchell is coming. The digital forensics on those phones, if they are ever allowed to happen, will be the smoking gun. Do you truly believe that in a case this high profile, the truth is just being mismanaged? Or is this a deliberate, high-level attempt to protect someone? The comments section is open, and I want to hear your theory. Why are they really hiding the phones? Don't look away, because the moment we stop asking questions about Nolan is the moment they get away with it. Stay tuned. This investigation is far from over. This is just the beginning of the fight for Nolan.